It is utterly false that an employer has the right to withhold somebody's salary that is earned simply because they fail to give notice about their intention to resign. In the first instance, you cannot make an agreement with an employee that contravenes good industrial relations practice. Pay is property, and once it's earned, you cannot use it or you cannot interfere with it as a penalty for the employee failing to comply with any agreement that exists between the employer and the employee. There's a disciplinary process to be applied if the employee breaks the protocols. Now, what you must understand with resignation, if you're measuring fairness based on a principle that as the employer, if I have to dismiss you, I have to give you I have to follow due process, and I have to give you due notice and that kind of thing, and you measure that against the employee and them deciding that, listen, get up in the morning, I'm going to leave the job, I'm not going to give you notice. It's not going to appear to be fair at all. All right? The employer is the one that has control over the work environment, absolute control over the work environment. And the only thing that the employee has as leverage is their ability to work. And when an employee takes a job, the employer does not end up with an unfettered right over that employee. So you don't. It's never gonna work out in a way that people try to logically approach it, right? Generally, employers put this clause in their employment contract to say that, we need you to give us 1 month's notice, we need to give you 2 weeks notice, whatever it may be, all right? And it's really a standard of professional and mutual respect for an employee to give notice if they want to leave and whatever. But there is no system that allows an employer to apply a penalty of withholding wages that is earned simply because the employee has not given them notice. And that any advice that you're getting from anybody that says that is right is absolutely misleading, and you're going to get set up with it. If an employee decides to take you to court because you've withheld their salaries simply on the basis that they didn't give you notice before they leave, you're not going to win that in the court.